Hello, welcome back. The last time we were playing, we were trying to learn mechanics, so we're just going to finish on that here. Okay, we're out of food right now, so we're just gonna go scavenge some up real fast. There's giant aphids nearby. I'm surprised I'm not seeing any ants yet. Oh, it's 2 more whisk flowers, that's great. Alright, we're just gonna cook for a little bit. Let's get this fire started. We'll make boiled eggs so we can take them along. And then for right now, we will eat a bunch of... Let's see. Now we get some more sleep. Getting out of bed doesn't seem too hard today. You could get used to this. That's good. That means our health stat is above 0, I believe? Or above 50. It's a hidden health stat. It applies to a few other aspects, such as like recovering from infections and stuff. Practically, it doesn't do a whole lot though. All I know is if your health stat gets super low, you just straight up die. Okay. We got our mechanics up to 5, right? Yeah, our mechanics is currently at 5. Okay. So if that is the case, then I don't need those books anymore. Oh yeah, that's right. And we have this scroll of cat's grace, so we will go ahead and do away with that here, just so we can have it. Alright. If I remember correctly, this should give me 2 dexterity. No, is it 2 or 4? But yeah, duration for 1 minute. That's not really worth using, so we'll hold off on that. If we got free time, we'll probably reread that scroll, just so we can have some time to spend. We'll just grab some things here, because we can always come back here. In fact, we probably will, just because this is off the beaten path just far enough, and in between some things. In fact, I'm going to mark this on the map here. Alright. So let's see what we can do for storage real fast, in case we're going to be figuring out some items around. Yeah, makeshift knapsack. We got some jeans here, right? Yeah. We just take our jeans off. Oops. Wait, did we? What did we just do? Oh, whoops. Okay. One long string. I just take down some more curtains here. There we go, long string. Alright, I think that should be... Where is that hanging off of? Let's check our layers here. torso. Okay, so it's just hanging off like a backpack. That's good. And there isn't too much in it yet, so it's not encumbering us, which is good too. And then, let's see what we need here. If there's anything I want to take. I did grab the eggs. Let's drop these wild herbs. Yeah, I'll grab these. They're practically weightless. Okay. Alright, we got some clean water. Clean water and some food. Still tired. Let's just finish up with the day by making another spear. Where's the planks? There it is. Find us a young tree. Oh, never mind. There's some long sticks right here. I'll just use these. Suppose while I'm at it too, I can try to check to see what other spears we can make. So let's see, long pointy stick, 5-9. Might be able to make a pipe spear. It looks a little better. One metal sawing, 2 hammering. I bet I could probably go back to the light industry back there and make a pipe spear. I suppose I could also make one from the workings from right here too. Or I could go back there, go back way up here, make one, and then hit up this area. We're going to need our electronics to get a bit higher. So let's just go ahead and top off our sleep here. And then we'll probably head back to the other light industry. We'll make a pipe spear. Just because it's just a little better than a long pointy stick. And then we'll go hit up the other light industry that's closest to us by the cabin here. Actually, there's 2 more sparrow eggs right here. That's alright. We'll just do that. Okay, so we're not sluggish. That'll work. Alright. We're gonna make our way. We're gonna cut through here, and then we can also check the roads along the way too, and see if we find any cars. Yeah, we're just gonna cut through and then go around here, and hopefully we don't run into any Migos from that tower. Sure, we got our safe mode on in case we run into anything. And might as well pick some plants while I'm running through here too. Is that a hole? Pit. Garlic seeds. That's good. I need to try to make my way upward here. I keep dancing back around like I'm just searching for food. Nope. Poison pouch. Not making poison. A spike. If I remember correctly, that's actually pretty rare. Yeah, crude spear. I think that's pretty rare out of a foliage drop like that. Oh, would you look at that. Car. What is going on with this car? Some duct tape. Oh, there's a first aid kit in there. Alright. The controls are damaged. Good battery. Good vehicle tank. How are the tires doing? That one's kind of low, that one's kind of low. The alternator's bad. This looks rather fixable. Worn drive belt. Okay. So this one needs a drive belt. When you go to mend a faulty engine, typically there can be, I think it's like 1 to 4 chances for how many times you do need to mend it. So it could be 1 or it could be up to 4. Yeah, controls are shot on this one. Integrated cooler and heater. I like that on the... And the very front frame is also in really good condition too, so that means we can run through zombies if we really need to. Yeah, I'm gonna remember where this vehicle's at. There we go. So it looks like it needs an alternator. Alternator, a drive belt, and what else? Oh yeah, some controls. Oh no, they're damaged beyond repair. There's no way I'm repairing that. Well, we can use it for parts at least. Oh yeah, let's check that real fast before we leave. Bunch of first aid stuff. Okay. Got everything. Let's get out of here. Safe mode is on. There's a wasp right there. Radio tower. Oh no. Oh, there's a diesel engine right here. Am I able to... What time is it? Do I have enough time for this? How heavy is this? 260... How long does it take me to haul? 5 seconds? I could potentially walk that all the way back here, because it's a smaller engine. We kind of need this for parts. And it just so happens to be here. Let's see, do we have enough time for that? May have enough time. Yeah, let's just start walking it back, and if we need to, we'll just drop it and leave a note. Imagine rolling around a 250-pound engine block. Dude, that sounds nuts. Water Strider. That's fine, I can stay right there. Not sure how close this is. That's a lot of Water Striders. I think that's quicksand, or is that regular sand? Just regular sand, okay. Dead body. Just a bunch of junk. Let's remember where the sand is. In case we need to make some glass or something like way later in the run. Might as well. Knowing where things are at, especially in areas where they're easy to access, is basically half this game. Alright, I think we're away from them now. Just get some food down real fast. And we have a bunch of whisk flower, and let's not take one yet. I'm not sure if I mentioned... Oh, what is that? Oh no, but we're about to find out. Cotton sheet. Oh, just a bunch of bullet casings. Oh yeah, what was I saying? I'm not sure if I had mentioned it, but the whisk flowers here increase your... They increase your stats by, I think, 1. All of them by 1. And it increases your speed by 5, 10... I'm not sure. It's been a while. Every single time I have an opportunity to use them, I forget to use them. Stone Golem. Where did you come from? You make no sense as to why you're there. And I don't think it's in my best interest to even try to fight you. So I will leave you alone. Alright, where's the pathway here? Going up. Unfortunately, though, I think, if I remember correctly, the controls were broken. Oh wait, no, it's not the controls, it was the security system. We need to remove the security system so we can have access to it, because if we use it right now, it's just gonna start going haywire. So we're gonna need to get our electronics up for that. Which is why I was planning on the light industry over there. Because if we hit that up, we might find a skill book to increase our electronics. Alright. Oh yeah, stop hauling that. Okay. Alright, now we can try to make a... what was it, a pipe spear? Three pipes and a pipe fitting. Okay. We're gonna clean up our inventory here real fast. Alright, now we're gonna grab a few things here. So we need a crowbar. And we need a... oh wait, no. We can just grab a hammer. Alright, a hammer. So now we don't need that crowbar. And we have a thing for a screw. Okay. Now we can go disassemble those shelves, or... I think sinks? Is it sinks they have pipe fittings? Let's check. Oh, there's water in that sink. There we go, set of pipe fittings. So I only need one. I'll just grab everything. Bring it over to the pile over here. Three pipes. I think we can disassemble a locker here. What is it? Deconstruct. Nope. Fat fumbling my keys here. There we go. Alright, let's make a sharpened pipe spear. Oh wait, no, basic. There we go. Alright, looking good. Wow, box cutter is actually pretty good. I didn't realize how good that was. Wow, really? It's actually better than a pair of medical scissors? It's crazy. Alright, let's double check what we need to fix on our car here. Or the cube van. Okay, to remove the security system we need level 4 electronics. So yeah. And then we're also going to need a new battery. Let's check when we need to pull out that battery here. Because that battery's dead, unfortunately. Alright, quickly pulled that battery out. Alright. Oh yeah, let's check that, almost forgot. Let's check the fault that's on this, engine here. Starter motor and a fuel pump. I think we might be able to get away with doing that right here. It's gonna take a couple minutes. Oh no. No containers? Well, I just made a mess. Whoops. Anyway. Alright. We have tiny electric motor and mechanical pump. Let's just do that real fast. Oh wait, no, we're gonna need more time. More time than the spell can give us, I think. 30 minutes, and I think that said it took 50. Oh, 10 minutes. So I can do the first one with a spell. There we go. There we go, fix that up. That one's gonna take 40 minutes. Let's see if we have a light source here. Oh, we have a bunch of phones. I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Alright, that's awesome. So now the last thing we need to do on this car is get a battery and remove the security system, because that's just gonna prevent us from messing with it. Yeah, if I try to turn that on, the whole thing is just gonna go up in flames. Or rather, not in flames, it's just gonna beep and make a lot of noise. Wait, no, it can't. Well, I mean, there's no battery in it, so... Alright. Let's go, run down to the shelter here, and then we'll take a nap. And then we'll head over to that light industry. Let's see what we got to munch on here. No, that's rotten. Those are all rotten there. Oh, whoops. I got food poisoning. My bad. Do me a favor, my guy, and don't throw up everywhere. Alright, good. Alright. Now we can head over to that light industry over there. Yep, good to go. If I remember correctly, that Yule cat should be right there still. Well, I suppose we could use a spell on it. Okay, our safe mode was off. That could have been bad. Yeah, if that Yule cat is still wandering around here from when we first came along this road. Alright. Let's see if we can try to tie... Oh, there it is right there. Oh, right. And my tile pack is working now, so that's what it looks like. In all its glory. A big, fat feline. Oh, it's not a zombified version, though. So... that's rather terrifying. Anyways. Alright. Oh my gosh, it's tearing up all the animals around it. Alright. It's off screen right now. Oh gosh. Holy heck. That was not good. I do not remember the zombified version being that tanky. Holy cow. That could have ended very badly. Let's disinfect that too. Wow, that's crazy. I was not expecting that to happen, and there was so much distance too. What's our speed? Our speed's awful. Alright, let's go pick up that spear. Well, we're not gonna be doing that right now. That's unfortunate. Well, at least we'll have a chance to butcher this. We'll have plenty of food to sleep off this injury. Oh no, what is it? Quick butchery. I forget which is which here. A rope, a tree. Suspending, wood sawing. Yeah, it's quick butchery. Okay. Mutant. Why is it mutant? It shouldn't be... What? This makes no sense. How? Why is this mutant? I guess Yule cats are mutant? Well, that's fine. I think we can take the bones, though. If I remember correctly, what is it, broth? Um, bone broth. There we go. Yeah, we have plenty of bones we can dip into here. Okay, I'll have to remember this is here. Either that or I can just walk all that stuff back because I'm hurt now. Actually, you know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm basically not gonna be doing anything else at this point. My head is currently at 1. If it went any lower, I think my head would be crippled, which would be awful. Oh wait, no, I forgot. Your head specifically, it can't be crippled. You just straight up die. I don't know, I forget. Wow, it is taking a long time to walk all these bones. Yeah, I'm gonna stop right here. I'll just make a note here. Pit. Alright. I thought that was water for some reason. I'll just leave a note right here because his bones are good. Alright. And now that we have the opportunity, let's disassemble the one of these lockers here, and we can make a brazier. There we go. And then we'll just set it up, I don't know, right here. I think that should be good. Alright, and then we need some... What do we need? Water? Or... Oh wait, no, it's bone broth. 2 bones, and anything associated with a fire. Wait, you need 2 vinegar for that? I wasn't aware bone broth required vinegar. Okay, that's unfortunate. I gloss over the fine details on some occasions, which is fine. We have some reptile eggs right here I think we can use. Yeah, we can make it. We can make some of those. Alright, let's grab some empty bottles here real fast. We'll just go grab some dirty water. Because I'd rather not use the clean water, because that's just extra time that we could have used for something else. I'm getting warm. Why am I getting warm? Am I infected? It's still spring. I don't know why I'm getting warm. Is my knapsack, maybe? Mouth, torso, arms. Loosen my scarf there. I don't know what got me warm there all of a sudden. Well, I tell you that much, that was a pretty close call. I almost got annihilated. Alright, so we are going to probably deconstruct some furniture here. How long does this take? 4 planks. Yeah, I think that should be good enough. Alright. Alright, where's a lighter here? Food of cooking 2 or more. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I'm gonna humor myself and see what I can make that has a cooking of 2 or more. Chunk of aluminum or 5 scrap metal. Oh, I can actually make that. I don't think there's anything I can make easily. So we'll just make some boiled eggs. Yeah, we'll just do that. But we can use the... Yeah, we can use the dirty water at least. which is good. Alright. Good to eat. Alright, now we can take a nap here. What is making me really warm, though? That's my question. Let's check our layers real fast. Is it my hoodie? I think it might be because I'm wearing too many layers. Torso and arms. Yeah, let's take off a shirt. I mean, it's a little better. And let's do myself a favor and replace the bandages on my on our wounds here so they can heal a little faster. If you haven't played a whole lot, wound care is really simple. You just dress it. Well, it's not how it originally was, so you would normally just put a bandage on it, and then that's it. But now you have to put a bandage on it, disinfect it. Do I not have any disinfectants? Why can't I see disinfectants? Are they over here? Oh, antiseptic. Maybe it's under consume. No? That's fine. Whoops. Okay, never mind. Okay. Yeah, let's take a nap now. Well, this episode kind of went downhill. I was hoping to tackle that light industry, possibly just find some electronic skill books somewhere, but that's gonna take a little while. Alright, redo the bandages real fast. Let's do our head first. How about the disinfection? Oh, that's good. Where is the disinfectant at anyways? Oh no, antiseptic. There we go. I hate how some items and some liquids, you can't use them unless they're actually like in your inventory to like work properly. Alright, let's grab that medical gauze here. And yeah, sure, the adhesive bandages. So, we might be able to get away with at least picking off the sides of the light industry over here. It is currently 2 a.m. Let's see, what is our coverage like here? We're not over encumbered. We have a few little necessities. I was thinking about maybe grabbing a gun in case we needed it, but we're still gonna have to make a washboard. Alright. Let's just go down to the light industry. Should make it a little bit easier to slowly start picking stuff off. If I remember correctly, that Yule cat killed a bunch of animals over here. Wasn't it? It's like right on the corner. Let's just check that real fast. What is this? Oh, dead grass, okay. Oh, hello, I can partially see again. Okay, body. Jade brooch. Grab that. I think that's worth money, so if we end up trading. Oh yeah, there's a few bodies right there. Scrap of meat. How long does that take? 1 day to spoil. Okay. I forget if there was a different corpse down here. Oh yeah, there we go. There's another one. Okay, 3 scraps, that's good. Alright, now we can start working on the area over here. And since we have the partial cover of night, I think this should be a lot better. Oh, and I'm picked up that meat and I messed up the encumberment on my... Oh no, it's a stick. It's the stick I picked up. Whoops. There we go. You want to make sure your encumberments here are as low as they possibly can. If they're in the yellow, there's a chance that the weight of stuff can possibly throw you off. So we're just gonna take things nice and easy right here. And see what's going on. There's a zombie down there. Let's go back up. Check the other side here, just in case stuff decides they want to poke out just from like the edge of the building. Oh, I saw something there. I missed it. Ah, okay, it's behind the window. There's a chance it might scorch. Oh, there's a zombie pit here. This is not good. So, corpse-filled pits will typically, if I remember correctly, they will generate zombies just constantly. So you do not want to be... It is probably one of the worst places you could put your bases, because it will just generate more and more and more zombies constantly. Oh gosh, hello. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to at least pick through some of the light industry here, but we're not going to do all of it, just because the more we linger around here, the longer the pit has to spawn stuff. So we're just going to try to avoid that as much as possible. There is a feral human. This pipe spear is way better than that pointy stick I remember using. Alright, where is that thorny shambler? tendrils tipped with a paralytic sting. Well, that does not sound fun to be around. Let's see, where's that feral human at? I want to try to avoid bumping into it. Hello. Well, that was not good. It's constantly just hitting me in the mouth. Anyways, though, let's see what we have here. I think I might just be digging myself a hole further and further here, so... This might be a lost cause. Oh, hello. Nope, we're not doing that. That's my cue to leave. And while we're doing this, let's quickly... Let's quickly do these up here. I'm just worried about my head right there. Man, I probably bit off a little more than I could chew with that one. Especially with the shadow that was in that doorway. I probably just should have hung back. A bunch of bones there. Try to pick up what I can. There we go. Alright. We're gonna have to sleep for a little bit and just kind of work things off. That did not go as I had planned. That was really bad. Alright, start up a fire here. Make some scraps of meat real fast. There we go. I think horn moss capsules... Yeah, I'm pretty sure they heal, don't they? You cast Renovamen healing effect. Okay. Yeah, we'll just... Well, took one of those. And I got a data error, so, fun. Okay, anyways. Let's get some sleep. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Yeah, probably should take some ibuprofen. There we go. Alright, I'd like to make a stopping place here, but I feel like we haven't even done too much. So let's at least try to get some gathering done, just so, but I'll speed it along here, just so I can, feel like I've been productive. Because the next episode, we are most definitely going to be looking for an electronics book, because that's the last thing we need to get that car started. Because I can pull the battery out of this car, and then walk it all the way back. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on some gathering, shall we? Well, if you made it this far into the video, and you're currently listening, and are actually interested, which, I mean, I'm just kind of talking to myself right now. Wow, that's a lot of stuff out of one bush. Crazy. Anyways, I'm currently working on another video. I'm taking another shot at the Lacey, the All Bad Traits Challenge. And the amount of complication with a lot of the traits and a lot of the other things is absolutely insane. Like, to do a proper... Alright, survival to 3, good. To actually properly get a good run without making it, like, straight unplayable, which is crazy. Because a lot of the things that I decided to change and decided to take... 2 whisk flowers, alright. Are terrible for gameplay itself. To put into perspective, every single bad trait... Well, every single possible bad trait can, depending on your start, can make your game very, very, very unplayable. Compared to this, all of these bad traits here. I mean, I've only taken bad traits here, but I made sure to take the ones that don't synergize too badly. for Malcom. They're just manageable. And that was the intended trade-off, you know. Magic inherently in this game, using the mod, is kind of strong. So, obviously, I would take some bad traits. That's what I felt like the balancing should have been. So all in all, Malcom is a very, like, balanced, well-rounded. There isn't anything particularly bad going on about him, but there isn't really anything good either, other than basically having, like, a magic gun at the ready with a couple shots, a couple dozen shots. Oh yeah, swarm of beans. Beans? Oh, I was thinking about something else. Still getting survival. Yes, I am. Good. Yeah, thinking about something else. So yeah, that character. Taking all the bad traits means you have to take meat intolerance, hates vegetables, fructose intolerance, grain intolerance, and then I switched out a few things of that, and instead of meat intolerance, it's just straight vegan. So that means no animal products, like, whatsoever. And junk food intolerance. That means Lacey can't eat practically anything. And what I was doing earlier was trying to figure out a way that they could actually eat food. And funny enough, the only thing that they can really eat is just nuts. That's literally it. Just nuts. So almonds, acorns, hickory nuts. And when you forage through the underbrush during any season, there's always a chance to get hickory nuts, which is quite interesting. So when I play Lacey, this is going to be primarily just what I'm going to be doing with the character the entire time. Because in a case like that, unfortunately, the only way I can get a good run is if I find soybeans, because for whatever reason, soybeans are classified as a nut. Junipers. Okay. But yeah, soybeans. Which means I could potentially have a probable run if I manage to find a house that's on the edge of a town with just a bag of dried soybeans. Because I can turn them into seeds, plant them, wait 3 seasons for them to grow, but then I would have to fill in my time via other things, and the way I would have to do that is literally just searching through underbrush the entire time, which is going to be incredibly mind-numbing. That, and there were a few other traits that didn't synergize too well either. Mainly being the addictions at the start of the game. So I had planned to take the addictions, and there are 6 of them. 6 of the addictions last a week. 2 of those 6 last 8 days, and one, or rather, I'm getting tongue-tied. So 1 out of the 6 lasts 9, 1 out of the 6 lasts 8, and then 4 out of the 6 last 7. And while you're currently going through withdrawals for them, you're basically crippled. Like, you can't move, you can't do anything, you're tied to one location. Which can technically be fine for if you get like a god run. Like, let's say you spawn on the edge of a town, you find a cabin with nothing in it, or a cabin with no monsters in it, but it's chock full of loot. Okay, that's great. And it just so happened to have soybeans. Well, that's going to be absolutely nothing because you took minor radioactivity at the start, which means if you stay in that place, the minor radioactivity is going to give you weakness and eventually end up killing you, just because you can't stay in the same location for too long. There's also another problem with it too, and that is if you take the worst of the two weight traits. So there's extra small, which makes it so you start emaciated. So that means your kcal, your stored kcal content is 11,000, which is on the cusp of basically starving to death. And if you take obese or extra large, your kcal content I think is, I don't know, it's some really large amount, but it can easily go down. Just check my, oh, I didn't drop everything yet. Yeah, it can easily go down if you just continually drink water and limit your calorie intake, which is very simple, much like real life. I mean, if you drink water and you don't eat any, you don't give your body excess energy that it can store away, then it'll have to use it. But anyway, yeah. With the two weight traits, you start with a negative 200 health stat, which is really bad, on top of the really bad day challenge, because you start with an infection, and with a negative 200 trying to talk here. I'm getting some practice with talking and thinking at the same time. Yeah, with a negative 200 health stat, your infection to like resist it is about, I think, around 20%, which is incredibly low. So that means if you want to avoid the infection, you're just going to have to roll the dice on the 20%. Either that, or when you spawn on the very edge of the town, on top of getting your cabin, your god spawn cabin with no monsters near it, you would need to find a wrecked ambulance or an ambulance of some kind with antibiotics in the back, which is still extremely like RNG based. Like, a lot of that character just relies on RNG if you want even a remote chance to survive. It's just absolutely absurd how much it like demands from you. I still plan to give it a good healthy amount of tries though, so we'll see how it goes. There's also another thing too. If I take minor radioactivity, and I do have the opportunity to move around, let's just say I don't take the addictions. Let me just eat these stalks here real fast. My character is going to be unhappy anyways, so I'll just make him eat a bunch of garbage. I don't need him crafting or anything, he's just going to be doing a bunch of gathering. And I just stepped in the water. I did not mean to do that. But yeah, if he takes minor radioactivity and doesn't take any of the addiction traits, so that means my character would only be in bed for maybe about a day to fight off part of the infection and the flu he's going through. That might be manageable. And the way you can really mitigate minor radioactivity is if you wear a Hub 01 suit, a activity suit, which is found in labs, or wear power armor, which is more commonly known. If you wear any of those four, you're fully protected from radiation. Well, the radiation from minor radioactivity. Alright, now that we got a bunch of food here, we can see about spending a little bit of time because our character is still recovering from our wounds here. It's taking so long to heal. So, I think, let's see. Max level 15. Wait, I thought we reached the max level on our magic missile already. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna level it up more. Might as well. We have plenty of time here. Alright. Our character's tired. Go ahead and down some of this stuff. Let's see. Let's just eat some stalks till we're full. There we go. Get some sleep. I'm going to be recording for quite a bit longer than I had intended to be, because my recording time is usually around, because the last two episodes, the first one I did was an hour, but it cut down to 50 minutes, and then the second one was an hour and 30, which cut down to an hour. And this one's rolling up on an hour 44, just because I don't feel like I've really gotten a whole lot done this episode, so I'm just trying to fill in some extra content that is going on. At least make some progression in some manner. There we go. It's not going to be good for focus, but that's not more so what I'm worried about. What I'm worried about is just having enough kcal, just enough for the day, to be able to heal. And if I remember correctly, a lot of the wild forageables don't exactly mess with your health stat, which is good. Alright. Now let's get some more sleep. Oh, great. We finally... Oh, man. Alright, if this is your first time seeing a thing like this, if you have not seen my achievement video, I would highly recommend, like, looking at it. Like, if you're still really new, like, that'll help you figure out, like, a lot of the basics of the game. But this is basically saying there's a portal storm going on, which is actually kind of thankful that it's happened now, because if we leave here, I'm going to close the door real fast. If we leave here, there's going to be a bunch of stuff that only exists outside of a unroofed surface, which kind of sucks. And there is a portal right there. Center of the storm. But yeah, we can't go over there. But if we step outside, we'll be attacked by a bunch of, like, polyhedral shapes, and it's just not a good time. So we're not gonna be going outside. I will, however, open that because they don't go through windows, and you can see some of the rain effects right there. It's generally not good. Oh no. I need to go up on the roof. Let's do it in one trip if we can. Grab from all location. I mean, we do have dirty water here. Yeah, we do have a little bit that we could use. But yeah, let's go up, and then we might need to run, so let's check. I don't know if they spawn on Z levels other than the base Z level. There we go. But we won't risk it. There we go. Alright, and since we're having to wait through a portal storm anyways, let's just keep learning. Yep, can't do anything about the sounds. Is it over with? Oh, I think it's over with already. Well, I'm glad I was inside when that happened, at least. Alright. Is that level... what level is that? 14. Okay, so I need to give it a few more studies. Alright, let's eat these rhizomes. Actually, can I cook those? What is the full name? Cattail rhizome. Ignore my spelling. Okay. Takes 19 minutes to cook, though. Yeah, it's not really worth it because the calorie intake is only about a 5 difference, which makes little sense in the long run. So, if we were to be dehydrating stuff, that'd be a different case because we're just stockpiling food. Alright, what is our thing? Oh, we need to reapply bandages. There we go. Just so we can finish healing. think we can do Cat's Grace here. Let's just study this for a little bit. Theoretical understanding of spellcraft has increased to 3. That's good. Got a level from it. Now it lasts nearly 4 minutes, which is pretty interesting. Okay, oh yeah, that Mercury back on the wizard over here, that's extremely good if we can find something that allows us to give us the haste spell, because I think Mercury is one of the ingredients, if I remember looking at it correctly. Alright, let's see, plant stock. I'm just going to eat as much as we can to put on weight, because it's going to go bad anyways. Alright, get some sleep. But yeah, getting back to the challenge character. It's all rotten now. Alright. Yeah, getting back to the challenge character. Our head is almost fully healed. Crazy. That's good. Great, great, great. Alright, yeah, getting back to the challenge character. All of the things just synergize so bad that you basically can't play the game. So you have to compromise somewhere. I'm trying to find like the easiest way to compromise. And I think it might be the addictions and the genetic issues, because if you not sleep, even if you take minor radioactivity and you also take genetic chaos, you're kind of boned in some ways, because you can't necessarily negate it, because once you take genetic chaos or anything that damages your DNA, so you're going to be mutating, alright? You are going to ruin your run, because you can't fit into something that allows you to remove the ability to prevent the rads from getting to you, like, at all, like, eventually. And it's just really, really, really aggravating. Like, at that point, you're throwing your time away, because you can't actually play the game, like, at all. But I digress. Now I think we're all healed up here, and I should be able to chop the video down, so it'll be a lot shorter than I think it'll be. Hopefully it's not a whole lot of me rambling either, because I can't remember half of what I've said. But rolling up on 2 hours now, and I'm just gonna grab our spear again here. And I think we should be good, so I will catch y'all on the next episode. Thanks for watching.